Hello again, Spitfire fans. Beller here alongside the Magic Man, Matthew Maggio, of course. Thanks so much for tuning in on all the various platforms on Facebook Live, Instagram, and of course on radio as well on AM 800. Matthew, 49 goals at the start of the season. I know you had a big year last year with 38. Did you have a certain number kind of in mind?
No, I think coming into this year, obviously, you kind of want to set goals, but I don't think it was really a stats thing for me. I think a big goal of mine was to get captain. Another thing is to win a Memorial Cup. So I think those were the two big ones. Some lower things, I obviously wanted to get 100 points. I thought that would be pretty cool, and 50 goals is something that I didn't really write down, but obviously something I kind of worked for all year, and it's good to be here.
Well, you got the 100 points out of the way, and now it's just a matter of knocking in that 50th, and it's something that you really excel at. And the one thing I've said before, there's certain players that are hard on the puck, and once you get the puck, you make it very difficult to get it away from you. Is that something too that you've worked on a little bit, even in the off season, just that puck control?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's something that it kind of takes time to get good at, and I think it's kind of more of the off-ice stuff that I've really worked on to be hard on the puck. And I know a lot of the off-ice training I do, it's with my dad, and I'm in the gym 6-7 days a week, doing 2-day workouts, stuff like that. And I do a lot of rollerblading and stuff like that to kind of work on the balance. And I think all that's kind of come together to help me out to be hard on the puck.
You know, you mentioned too that you come back from the Islanders camp, and I know a couple of things they wanted you to work on, and one was leadership. You get the C on your jersey, and I can tell whether it's on the road, at a hotel, or on the bus that you've kind of taken it to heart, helping out with the young kids, and if there's something that needs to be said, you're right there.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's obviously it's such an honor to be a captain, especially a franchise like Windsor, and I'm super grateful for it. But it's also a privilege, and I kind of have to earn it every day is my motto. So I just try to come to the rink and lead by example every day. I think that's the type of captain that I want to be, is someone that doesn't have to be yelling or screaming at guys, but kind of just show them by my play, show them by my practice habits, and kind of the things that I do away from the rink, and how that translates.
How much does it help to have Mark Savard as your head coach? Savvy was a guy that put up big numbers, obviously, an NHLer as well, back-to-back scoring titles in the OHL. And for a guy like you that likes to score, likes to set up plays, and for the other guys on the team that are really thinking offense first, to have a guy like Mark as your head coach, I know he gives you guys, once you're in the offensive zone, hey, go do your thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think he's great. He allows you to have a lot of freedom when you play, and there's a lot of coaches, I think, out there that they kind of minimize a guy's skill level and talent, and I think Mark kind of does the opposite. He tries to bring as much out as he can, and he doesn't really get mad at us too often for doing stuff. So he gives us a lot of leadway. Obviously, that comes with a responsibility where he wants us to be good at the blue lines and not turn pucks over. But if we're in the offensive zone, he definitely likes to see our creativity, and I think that it shows in the way that we play.
Unfortunately, and it's not an excuse, but we've had so many injuries, guys banged up in and out of the lineup, but it really doesn't seem to matter. Whoever you put out there, I mean, you've got so many choices, whether it's Shane Wright at center, Jacob Millette, Oliver Peer, just at center, let alone guys like Harry over on the left side. You guys have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the reason we're so good this year, is that you're going into a game and it's not going to be this guy needs to have a big night for them to win. It's a collection of guys, and I think it's from top to bottom. Our rookies are unbelievable. They're going to be future stars in the league. We've got underrated guys last year who kind of were shadowed in that run. Millette, Piercy, Bug, guys like that, and then we've obviously got the bigger names in Harry, Holmesy, and Shaner. So I think it's a collection from top to bottom of depth, and on any given night, anyone can be that guy.
Nothing easy, but down the stretch, I know you guys want to make sure that you nail down number one in the conference, and obviously London's not going anywhere. It could come right down to that final weekend.
Yeah, no, I think obviously at this point of the year, you're looking at the standings quite a lot, and that's definitely something we want, is that number one seed, and it's pretty exciting that we have a home and home to kind of finish the year off, and we're definitely looking forward to that. But we want to put ourselves in the best spot possible before then, and that comes down to our next 4 games, and we're treating these all like playoff games, and I think that's kind of our motto for this next stretch.
Matty, thanks for your time. Best of luck here tonight. Go get that 50th for us. It'll be really nice to do it at home, and best of luck throughout the playoffs as well.
Thanks for having me, Beller.
Spitfire captain Matt Maggio. We'll come back with more in a moment, and thanks so much for tuning in on all the various platforms, as well as here on AM 800.